At INSOFI, we believe that teaching advanced technologies in a very applied way really changes the world positively. And that was the vision with which we started INSOFI. And from day one, when we started with a faculty from Johns Hopkins and a faculty from Stanford teaching our first batch students, till date, we have invested heavily both in our effort, money, and time to get these top-notch faculty. So with a team of more than 60 members on full-time roles at INSOFI practicing AI and ML, we built a formidable faculty strength within the institute. If you have a clarity of your goal, and if you are working and willing to work really hard for the next 6 months to 1 year, we believe with us you will be able to achieve any goal that you have.
We'll just give our panelists a second to arrive and then begin. A couple of more people. Okay, why don't we get started as everyone joins us? Good evening and welcome to this panel discussion on MBA and MSc in Analytics with a work permit in US, Canada, and Europe. This event is brought to you by INSOFI in association with The Hindu. Higher education is a period of great opportunity, but also great stress for many students. What can I study? Where can I study it? What will I do after? The minute you look at studying abroad, there are only more questions that arise. What do I need to make this happen? What opportunities does this program lead to? The questions are endless. Through today's conversation, we are going to talk to experts in the field to try and answer some of your burning questions. The session is particularly for all of you who are looking at careers in data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and related fields. INSOFI's collaborative master's program in data science caters to professionals from all walks of life who wish to master the foundations of data science and its applications across fields. The conversation promises to be informative, engaging, and relevant, and we are so glad to have all of you join us here today. Before we begin, it is my pleasure to take a moment to introduce our speakers for today. Dr. Venkatesh Sunkar is the Dean of Business Programs at INSOFI. With over 2 decades of experience, Dr. Venkatesh has extensive hands-on technical and management experience in IoT and network analytics. Prior to INSOFI, he was an Associate Vice President of Technology at Mobilium India Limited and led a project to provide a common platform for all IoT devices with a common set of API of all management needs. He has a PhD in electrical engineering from the University of Colorado, an MS from the University of Texas at Arlington, and a BS from BMS College of Engineering in India. Our second speaker for today is Dr. Robin Ritchie, Associate Dean of Professional Graduate Programs and Associate Professor of Marketing at Carleton University, Canada. He earned a BA in Political Science at the University of Calgary, along with an MS in International Business and a PhD in Marketing from the University of British Columbia. His work experience includes management of marketing research for Travel Alberta in Canada and consulting for the Valencian Tourism Institute in Spain. Prior to joining Carleton University, he was on the faculty at the Richard Ivey School of Business at the University of Western Ontario. Our next speaker is Ms. Maud Labar, the South Asia Area Manager for Rennes School of Business in France. She has over 15 years of experience in Europe, New Zealand, and South Asia. Apart from her role with Rennes School of Business, she is also currently the chairman of the Higher Education Committee at IFCCI and the ambassador of La Frank Tech in Bangalore. Our final speaker for today is Dr. Susie Siegel, the Provost and Executive Vice President of Walsh College, USA, where she is also a Professor of Management. She joined Walsh from Concordia University, Ann Arbor, where she served as the Assistant Vice President of Legal Affairs and Operations, as well as the Campus Dean for the Harb School of Business. Her academic and professional background blends her passions for business, law, and higher education, specifically focusing on the value and importance of business education in today's world. Dr. Susie holds a doctorate in higher education leadership and management from Regent University. She earned her Juris Doctor from Ave Maria School of Law, an MBA from Western Governors University, and a bachelor degree from the University of Michigan. It is my pleasure to invite all of our speakers to today's session. And a quick couple of notes to the audience. Please keep your questions coming in the Q&A box, and we will address as many as we can through the session today. There is also rain in many parts of India right now, so in case some of us face technical issues, please bear with us and know that we will be back as soon as we can. And now, without further ado, I invite Dr. Venkatesh to kickstart this evening's discussion.
Thank you, Yashashwini. Really appreciate it. Before I say anything, can you folks hear me? Good, perfect. Hey, thanks of all. First of all, I would like to invite, thank you, Yashashwini, for the introduction, and I would like to thank Hindu for giving us this opportunity to conduct this webinar. In addition to that, I would like to welcome all the students. Great, guys. Thank you very much on a Saturday evening. Really appreciate it coming and taking the webinar. In addition to that, I especially want to welcome Dr. Robin Ritchie, Mrs. Maud Labar, and Dr. Susan Siegel. Individually, they will be speaking. So let me now start my talk with a presentation. Give me a minute, guys. Let me share my screen, and then we can speak. Hope everybody can see my presentation. Perfect. Can you confirm that you can see my presentation, just to make sure for a minute?
Yes, Dr. Venkatesh, please.
Perfect. Thank you very much, folks. So what we are going to hear, listen today, guys, is a very, very exciting sort of a journey. As Yashashwini rightfully said, there is a lot of, what should I say, choices in education today. Unlike 5 to 10 years back, or even 15 years back, there was not much choice. Today, you have a wonderful choice of opportunities, and in order for you to pursue your higher education. And one of the opportunities that we are going to talk about today is a very, very, very unique and a very prestige combination of business and data science. Why business and data science? And let me spend a minute explaining that. One of the things that is very, very important, for most of the students is there is always a thought that what should I do after my, formal education? What do you mean to say? Basically, I have finished my, 12 years of my high school education, 4 years or 3 years of my undergrad education. What do I do next? Obviously, there are a lot of opportunities for you to go abroad and everything, but what should I study abroad? One of the things that is a very, very important thing that we're looking into is, in addition to that, similarly, you will have another opportunity for people who are working, for working professionals who are already had 1 or 2 years of experience. What should I basically do? Is there a way for me to go, or should I say, to get a higher degree to basically enhance my career? Similarly, if you are passionate about business and data science, which is something that we are going to talk about, are two very unique combination of, if you're very passionate about data science, very passionate about, applying data science for business. And also you want to seek international exposure, which is one of the very important things that, hey, I just want to make sure that, I enhance my horizon. Similarly, if you want to be something called a translator, what is a translator? And it's a very, very, very important thing. Today, if you look at the field of data science, or if you look at the field of business, the problem in most industries are facing today is the people who study business don't understand the technology piece of it. The people who study technology don't understand the business piece of it. There is a huge demand for people to actually have a bridge between these two areas. And that is something that we are talking about today, is how do I basically create that bridge between business and data science, the business and artificial intelligence. And that is something that, we are going to be talking about. What are the opportunities for higher education, where you combine your passion about business and you combine your passion about technology, or in this case, it's data science or artificial intelligence, and how do I make a career out of it? So the first thing that you're going to do is basically, it is a pathway program where you will start your pathway program in India with data science with Insofi. Who is Insofi? What is Insofi? I will talk about it in my next slide. So basically, you will study the technology or the data science piece of it here. Then you will fly abroad to one of our three partner schools or pathway schools that we are going to be talking about today. The three pathway schools that we are going to be talking about is basically Carleton University, where through Sport School of Business, the Wren School of Business, and the Walsh College. So the three representatives we have here will talk more about their universities, more about the program, but basically you will do the data science piece with us in Insofi. The second thing is you will fly into one of our partner schools, and these are located in three geographical locations. The Carleton University is located in Canada, the Wren School of Business is located in France, and Walsh is located in USA. So depending upon your university or geography of choice, you have opportunity to study in three very, very prestigious universities. After you do this, basically, you also have an opportunity to do an internship. So combination of a data science in India, the domain or the business strategy abroad, either in Canada, France, or in USA, and an internship gives you a master's program. And what are the master's programs and things like that? I will spend about a minute later on. But the first thing that I'm going to be talking about is, who is Insofi? Let me introduce Insofi to the audience, and then we will talk about the degree programs, and then I will turn it over to all my partners or the fellow speakers in this to talk about the universities and the program. Insofi, first of all, stands for International School of Engineering. So Insofi stands for International School of Engineering. We are an organization that, with partnership, we offer from certificate programs up to doctorate programs. So we have partners with multiple universities where the student actually does the data science with us, or the artificial intelligence and data science with us. In addition to that, they will do the remaining with our partner university. So we have about 20 full-time professors, 5 adjunct faculties, 50 full-time data scientists. All our professors have their PhDs. In fact, except I think 2, all of them, and 2 of them have their double masters. All of them have PhDs from very reputed organizations. Most of them have about 20 plus years of experience in industry. We have about 1,000 plus publications, 300 plus research papers, 400 plus conference talks. In addition to that, we have about 4 products. 2 have been commercialized and 2 are in the process of being commercialized. We have 75 plus patents, and we also have a startup within Insofi called Coiner, working on blockchain technology. So we are very, very, very fluent in terms of understanding the data science piece of it. We are very comfortable teaching the data science piece of it. But in order for you to get a master's degree, you also need to understand the domain piece of it. which is very important because there's a huge demand for people who not just understand the domain piece, but also the technology piece. And hence, we are partnering with Carleton University, Rennes University, and Walsh College for you to get the domain and also finally to get a degree from those prestigious universities. So the degree programs that we will be talking about today are 3 degree programs. One is a Master's in Business Administration from Carleton University, an MSc in Data and Business Analytics with Rennes School, an International Tech MBA with Walsh. So these are the 3 degree programs that the 3 partner universities will be talking about. The journey that you will take for these universities are as follows. As I told you, the courses that you will study for the data science are, obviously we will do the foundation courses, which are basically necessary for all foundation courses. Second, we will talk about the advanced AI and ML courses at a high level. And the third one, which is very important, is we will also basically prepare you, how do I do it, AI and business, which is a very, very important thing. So you do the foundation courses, you do the AI and ML courses needed to understand the data science piece of it. And how do I apply AI in business is something that you will understand. So this is sort of your program for the part that you will do in India. Once you do that, you go to our partner universities to do the domain. The domain is the business side of it, and you will learn the business side of it. The pathway that we do is you start with us with INSOFI. Then you basically apply for a partnership with our partner universities. In addition to that, there is a minimum grade requirement that you have to do for each university has that for our courses, because the courses that you do in India, the credits are automatically transferred to the partner university. And then for certain universities, there are standardized tests that you need to take. Then there is a procedure for you which you need to do. And then obviously you go for the visa. Then you go to a partner university, study the program, and then finally finish the internship, and then you get the degree program. So this is sort of the journey at which you will do it. And I think I'm sort of very close to my time limit. So with this slide, I will now turn it over back to Sashwini to turn it over. This is sort of, guys, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Venkatesh, and perfectly on time. To take this conversation forward, I invite Dr. Robin to speak to all of us about opportunities in Canada's capital. Dr. Robin, you're on mute, though.
Great, and thank you. Thank you, and good morning from Canada. It's a real pleasure to see everyone here. Can everyone see my screen, and are you seeing the right screen? That's the question.
We can see your title slide, so you can go.
Excellent, that's fantastic. Okay, well, it's great to see you all this morning. I'm sitting here in Ottawa, in Canada's capital, and what a pleasure it is to see you. And I'm here just to speak a little bit about the opportunity that exists in the partnership with INSOFI and with Carleton University Sprott School of Business. And again, as Dr. Venkatesh was saying, the opportunity begins with some very rigorous training in data analytics at INSOFI, and then it moves on to an MBA here in Canada's capital. You can see here where we're located, right near the east coast of North America. And this is just a little bit of a view of what the city looks like, what you'll be experiencing. But most importantly, I know you're all concerned about the opportunities that exist in Ottawa. And one of the great things about this city is it is a nexus of high technology in Canada. And as Canada's capital, there are many opportunities and many demands for people with expertise in data analytics. And that's one of the reasons why we're very excited to partner with INSOFI. But I want to take a few moments just to speak a little bit about the MBA side of things, the part of the value proposition that we deliver here, and what makes it a great opportunity for you coming to Canada. Our MBA program is designed to be collaborative and experiential. So you get a chance to work with other students on projects, real projects for real companies, both within your coursework and also in a number of other ways, including our student consulting group and the built-in internship as part of our program. Another thing about our school that lets us stand out is we have a very supportive community. So we are here to support your learning experience to leverage our global network and to position you for success as professionals. And the credential itself, an MBA from a leading Canadian university, is globally recognized. It positions you very well for work in Canada, but also elsewhere in North America and around the world. And one of the things I really want to stress, you're thinking about what are you going to do with your professional and personal lives. Canada is a great place to spend some time to build your credentials, but also if you have ambitions to relocate either temporarily or permanently, it's a wonderful place to live. It's a very wonderful, welcoming environment for people from all around the world, especially from our close friends in India. So let me speak a little bit about the study at Canada's capital, and I'll begin by speaking about the city itself. Ottawa is a place to be, as a place to initiate your career in North America, is a well-positioned city. It attracts top-tier talent from across Canada, but also around the world. And it's a very global city, in spite of the fact that it's relatively small by Indian standards. We have public sector agencies, but NGOs, global companies, startups, and embassies from around the world with close connections to major cities in Eastern North America. It really is a hub of social and technological innovation. And as a consequence, a great demand for and a great welcoming to people with data analytics skills. I want to stress a few things about the city itself. We have Canada's largest high technology park in Canada North. And as I'm going to mention in just a few minutes, one of the interesting things about that is that Carleton University is well positioned with alliances with Canada North, and that benefits our students, including the INSOFI partnership students. We are also a key player in Hub 350, which is an ecosystem that we've developed with high-tech firms here in the city. And speaking a little bit about Carleton University, we are not just a teaching institution, but we are a leading research institution as well. We pride ourselves on creating knowledge. So you're coming to a place that has a strong reputation in Canada and North America. And as you can see, it's a comprehensive university. So you're joining a real community of learners. A bit about our building, our facility where you'd be learning. This is the Sprott School of Business. You can see the exterior, the interior, and what's great about this is it is a new facility. So a home for our world-class internationally accredited school. We're very highly ranked for student experience. But in addition to that, we have very modern technology in our classrooms, learning spaces for our students, and a real place for you to call home. So why the Sprott MBA? Our curriculum is forward thinking. We're recognized by Corporate Knights, Better World MBA ranking, as a program that is looking forward, understands the importance of sustainability and social responsibility. And our program is designed to train you to lead change and to drive impact. So we give you domain-specific expertise in all the areas of business, but also critical thinking and problem-solving skills. And we focus on the connections between strategy, global awareness, sustainability, and responsibility. So 16 months of total study time. You'll begin at INSOFI for 4 months, followed by 12 months here with us at Carleton. And as mentioned, our experiential learning approach connects theory with problem solving. And it includes a 16-week internship in your program, specifically designed to connect that learning to the real world and to give you an opportunity to connect with employers here in Canada. So a little bit about program structure. You begin with the postgraduate program in data analytics at INSOFI, and then you move to Canada for the core courses in the MBA, plus some elective courses as well. So there is some ability to tailor your program based on your interests, and of course the internship, which really is a critical part of the experience in our MBA. And you can see here a little more detail about the courses that we offer. Again, we're happy to speak more to that a little bit later, but I don't want to use up too much time in your day. Just a few things, though, that make the Sprott School of Business particularly attractive, I think, for INSOFI students, in particular for students joining us from India with data analytics skills. We have an innovation hub in the heart of our building that is connected not only across the university, but also across Ottawa and across Canada with leading high-tech firms that are looking for talent. That creates opportunities for you to build your skills, to build your network, and to lay a foundation for a career after graduation. I was mentioning before a little more specifically about the Canada North High Tech Park. So that creates opportunities to expand partnerships with some of Canada's leading technology firms and international companies based with a base here in Canada. So there's an opportunity for work integrated learning, and it creates a talent pipeline between our university and companies looking to hire talent. So here's just an overview of what that park looks like, and you can see the Carleton logo right in the heart of Hub 350. We also have, as part of our MBA program, a student consulting group. If you're looking to learn from your classmates, there's no better way to do that than as part of a consulting team working on real projects. This is a very well-developed student consulting program and one of the best in Canada. We're very proud of it. It also gives you an opportunity to earn academic credit while you learn those consulting skills, learn the management skills, and work with other students. Now, in terms of post-graduation work, there are many opportunities here in Canada for talent, people who possess the skills that are demanded by companies, the credentials that they're looking for to certify that talent, and people who can function effectively in the North American business environment. Companies are looking for talent with expertise in areas like artificial intelligence, data engineering, data science, and data analysis. There is a real labor shortage for people with those skills, and we're very, very keen to welcome you here so that you can be part of that opportunity. And we anticipate very meaningful growth and job opportunities in the year ahead as Canada emerges from COVID-19. Now, we don't just leave you to yourself. There is comprehensive career support and placement. So as a Sprott MBA student, you'll benefit from career training and workshops designed to build your skills as a professional, but also to prepare you to enter the Canadian workforce, career advising, support for your internship placement, as well as networking events and opportunities. And of course, I was mentioning before, the Innovation Hub, the Business Accelerator, and the Student Consulting Group. All of these resources are designed to position you for your career. So with that, I will turn it back to my colleagues, but thank you very much. It's been great being able to share with you, and I look forward to your questions.
Thank you so much, Dr. Robin, for making Canada, Ottawa, Carleton, Sprott all sound so very exciting. A quick reminder to our audience, please do keep the questions coming. We are at about halfway through the session, and we'd love to hear from you and take some questions later on. And now on to our third speaker for today, Ms. Maud, who will speak to us about data analytics in Europe and the opportunities that that presents.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the Hindu and Sophie and all my colleagues to be here today to provide some global perspective on what's happening in data analytics, around the world. So I'm delighted to be here because we have been strongly associated with Sophie since 2018, where I think we had the first program together as a joint degree, and in fact we have had over 80 students joining this program from India. With great opportunities and fantastic careers, I'll be happy to tell you about at the end of my presentation. So the first thing I'd like to speak about today is the careers in data analytics in Europe, and particularly in France, France being in the heart of European Union, the heart of Schengen. Sorry, I think my slide is not moving. Yeah, all right. Just about France, before I'm moving around. France is a country that is the size of, I guess if you're from South India, I would say Karnataka. It's more or less the size of Rajasthan, otherwise if you're from North. And yet it's the 7th biggest economy in the world. And with the highest growth forecast for 2021, according to the IMF, we were at 5.9% as a prediction in February 2021 from the OCDE, and nowadays 6.3% for 2021. It's the highest, by far the highest in the whole Eurozone, and here I'm including the UK. COVID was there, but there was the way the government has reacted to it was not only very protective to the people, to the health, but also to the economy, and very much moving forward with an unprecedented plan that has been rolled out in investing for the future economy, particularly in AI. 67% of the 100 billion euros of the plan that has been put in place has been already put in place by the government, and that translates into the way France is acting in the sector, all the deep tech, the sectors of tech. AI related, data science related program. Just in 2021, the startup of La French Tech, so the startup hub community from France that I'm representing, I'm the ambassador of in India. So this startup hub has raised 5.4 billion euros in investment. It's the first in Europe. And we have reached, we have 22 unicorns for the moment in France, out of 55 in the whole European Union. So you see how strong the economy, particularly in AI and Europe, is going. And here I'm not putting UK in there as well. So these are strong predictor of how much of careers would be thriving and are already thriving in the field of data science, data analytics, business analytics, AI, data engineering. I could name so many in Europe, in France in particular, and as many places around the world, the talents are missing, particularly in Europe, when the prediction is of a strong old age over there. The world, the future of work, from the World Economic Forum in June 2020 is mentioning that by 2030, there will be a miss of 10 million people with the right skills in Europe to fill the jobs. And since then, it has accelerated. So, and that's basically because of aging of the population and the need the need of renewing the skills. So there is plenty for you guys to take from, and you could start this journey to Europe in France, which is a very strong partner of India. In fact, since the 1st of July 2020, we have had a air bubble with India, so people have been able to travel around, even during the last wave that struck terribly India. There were possibilities for Indian students, with visas to be able to travel to France and from France. So there's no other countries that have been able to do it throughout, and that's come from a very strong relationship we're having with India that is based on a strategic and sustainable relationship with the willingness to count on the youth of India, bringing more of youth to France so that we can have those sustainable relationship. So really the best way to start your journey to France is to start with studying in the school and having a master over there. So Rennes School of Business could be the best place for you to go. You may wonder if you could survive there without French, and I want to clarify that yes, definitely, especially in Rennes School of Business. We have 95% of our faculty that are non-French, coming from 45 different countries around the world. So they teach in English and in English only, with a lot of accent, but in English, but they also bring a global perspective on things. And we have 55% of our students that are international. So overall, with the faculty and students, we have 100 nationalities represented on a campus. There is no better place to start your journey to Europe, as it's the most international school in Europe. But at the same time, you'll have the chance to eventually acquire the French language, which give, for instance, 30 bonus points to get to Canada if ever it's still in your plans, or it's spoken in 50 countries around the world, either at their first or their second language. So you have a chance to on the side to learn it. And France being in the heart of Schengen, when you come to study in France, you have access to the Schengen zones, 26 countries, the second biggest economy in the world. So that's where you could be looking for opportunities. And there are countries that are not French speaking, but that, multiply your opportunities. The very first reason you should choose Rennes School of Business and France in the first place is because you have excellence in academic over there. You have, in the country of the size of Rajasthan, as I said, you have 25 institutions that are in the top 100 in the world, either in business or in management. And Rennes School of Business is one of them. This is what you are going through. We are a school that is triple accredited, EQUIS European accreditation, ASCSB American accreditation, AMBA UK Singapore. So you see the combination of the three. None of those certifications are French. They are, really globally recognized. And for us, it's the third time we got reaccredited. So it's been there for more than 6 years. To give a perspective, there are only 100 schools in the world to have who have achieved such triple accreditation, and we are one of them. And you can expect, because you're going to world-class campus, you can expect, the top level of, facilities. You have, here a picture of a class that happened already in June 2020. So you see on campus as early as June 2020, and today everything is, except that you have to wear the mask. Everything is nearly back to normal over there. But we have invested in making sure that a student who has trouble to travel or who is a bit sick and prefer to stay home can still follow the class live very, very efficiently. So here you have an example of that, and as early as June 2020. So if you were to come to our school, that would be through the INSOFI program, you will be starting in INSOFI during your first semester, or most of the first semester in INSOFI in India, and moving through France directly into the second semester, which is the one that is mostly focused on business, on the domain, in fact. So in marketing, for instance, social media intelligence, marketing, customer data analysis, retail analytics, etc. And then it's going to be followed by an internship, 4 to 6 months internship, and a graduating project. Internship is something that is very specific to France, that it's been there for a very long time. It's massively proposed by companies for young people. So there would be a lot of options. And it's by law, you will be paid if you do your internship in France. You are free to do it anywhere else. We have students that have chosen to do it in Belgium, in Germany, in Netherlands, because it is possible, because you have access to Schengen, as I said. But there will be plenty of options. And if you choose France to do it, you will be paid a minimum of 550 euros per month to do your internship, but most of our students get between 800 and 1,500 euros to do their internship. So they're paid pretty well to be exposed to the kind of role they will be doing in the end. You'll have to do also a strong work in research, and once you're done with your year in France, you will be getting a 1+1 year post-study stay visa that gives you the time to look for an opportunity, and you can transform it into a full-time work permit. And in France, there is no maximum number of years for you to have a work permit or to stay. It's going to be pretty much affordable also during your studies. First, because the French government is very generous in terms of scholarship for Indian students before they come. In 2020, they have given 10 crores INR of scholarship to Indian students. And this year, it's been 11 crore. So they've been very generous. And even if you were not getting it and you come to France, you are anyway entitled to free healthcare, completely free and top level type of healthcare, plus the access, if you're less than 28 years old, the access to an accommodation allowance that represents 30% of your rent, reimbursed on a monthly basis by the French government. So a very generous place, affordable. If you're not in Paris and you are in a place like Rennes, 1.5 hours away from Paris center only, you'll be in a place that the cost of living is 650 euros per month. So for 1 year, it's approx 6.5 lakh INR only. So very affordable place, affordable top level of studies. This master in data and business analytics that you will be following with us has been for the past 2 years in the top 100 in the world in the QS ranking. So a program that is very excellent, worldwide recognized, very practical, as I said, with the internship that is part of the program. And you'll be studying it in Rennes, which is not only pretty affordable, but also the cybersecurity hub of France. And when I was saying there have been a lot of investment by France in, preparing the tomorrow's economy, we're talking about 1 billion euros just to prepare our economy for cybersecurity. And so quite a lot of this chunk has been brought to Rennes in February 2021. There's the place for 50 cybersecurity company to be brought over there with defense cybersecurity level system in place. So this is what we're talking about. It's very concrete, and I think you'll get a lot from this experience. So I move quickly to give you examples, and we have quite a lot of alumni from this program. So from India, and so you can see what they've been doing. Artificial intelligence developer for Naval Group. That was in Rennes itself. So in France, we have someone who has done an internship at Siemens in France as a machine learning expert. Then he's been a data engineer, machine learning engineer in Oslo. Then now he's working for Kobler as a machine learning engineer. We have someone who's been working in Colombia and before that has done a business analyst role in nearby Rennes in France, then worked in Belgium as a data management analyst. We have people who have been working for Volkswagen, for Medias, from Apricot Technologies, Nike in Amsterdam, for Vodafone in Luxembourg, BNP Paribas in Luxembourg, AXA, which is an insurance company that is also present in India, in Paris, Cost in Paris. I mean, you have plenty of examples of success from our alumni from this program. So I do believe that I've covered my time, and I'll let the space, and I'll be happy to answer all the questions you will probably still have after at the end of this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Maud. I'm sure the specificity and the concreteness of everything that you've said will definitely help our audience. It's my pleasure to invite our final speaker for this evening, Dr. Susie, speaking to us about the importance of data science, specifically in the American context. Please, the virtual stage is all yours.
Thank you so very much, and Sophie. Thank you, Hindu. Thank you so much, everyone, for being on. We have 133 people still. I was wondering by the end of the webinar when I'm speaking, how many will we have on? So I'm so grateful you're all with us. Thank you. So yes, I have the absolute privilege of serving as the provost and executive vice president at Walsh College of Business at Troy, Michigan. Now, Troy is a suburb of Detroit. So if you've heard of Detroit, Michigan, it's an international hub. We are a phenomenal business and technology college. We've been in business actually for 100 years next year. So we're coming up on our 100th year anniversary, and we're so proud of that. And Walsh College is known for empowering and producing graduates that go out and see such a return on their investment and make such an impact in the world. So if you're thinking and you're sitting and thinking, okay, do I get an iTech MBA? Do I get a business and data science degree? Is it worth my time? Is it worth my money? I can tell you it absolutely is. 98% of our graduates are employed in the field that they're going into, that they're studying. And Walsh has the 6th highest ranked salary for business graduates. And we know money isn't everything, but money is important because it touches every area of your life and it touches the impact you have in the world. In fact, I was just looking at an article on Forbes website, and I can put this in the chat if you would like. You can all take a look at it. I'll put it in the chat. And it was talking about the importance of a data science career. Now, when we think about data science, it is the backbone of business. Business and technology are inextricably tied together. And data science and data analytics, this profession is only growing. You know, in the United States, we just finished a Thanksgiving holiday on Thursday. And then the day after that is this big retail holiday that they call Black Friday. And they call it Black Friday because retailers want to get in the black. They want to be making money that day. Everybody goes shopping after Thanksgiving, right? They're a little tired of family. They want to get out and shop. And what do they use to assess consumer behavior? Data analytics, data science. They're continuously looking at that. So it literally touches every area of business in the United States, here in Detroit, Michigan. It is incredible, and they're using it all the time. So the field is growing. But beyond just consumer behavior, beyond just customer interaction, it's how businesses are running. They're able to assess return on their marketing investment. I can tell you, marketing has never been a profession that has had more data science and data analytics than it does right now. So you could not be choosing a better career, and you couldn't be picking a better partner. I know I'm a little biased than Walsh College, that does business so well and then does technology so well. And the other thing that's really important, I saw this actually coming from India today on the career outlook for data science and data analytics. And I'll put this in the chat. And what really struck me about this is they said it is a critical component across all industries. So organizations are using data to make decisions, drive market trends, and maximize profits and minimize loss. And they even said that the careers, the salaries for data science and data analytics are through the roof, like they're just going up. So I share that because it's so worth the investment you're going to make in your future and in yourselves to do this. Now, I'd like to share a little bit with you about Walsh College. So you might be thinking, okay, you've told me about the return on my investment. I know I'm going to see the financial return if I get a data science MBA, if I get this iTech MBA. But tell me a little bit more, like what does this look like for Walsh, and what do we have? And so I'll share my screen, and you can get an idea of really what we are talking about when we are looking at the data science program here at Walsh. Okay, so here's our InSophie page. We're so proud to have InSophie as a partner. And here is what you would fill out if you're interested. And we are taking applications. We have about 12 InSophie students now at Walsh. Oh, and they just did an amazing celebration for us. And it's just so nice to have them here because they just add such a rich background and experience with our students, but they love it. And then, so we have that, and then we have more coming in the winter. And so far it's been workable with the visa. So I'm really grateful to InSophie for helping us with that. And we want to see more of those students, but this is really where you would see this program. Now, what makes this unique? So you have this world-class business school, and you have InSophie, a world-class engineering school that's collaborating on this program. And what you'll do is you'll take a semester or two at InSophie, and then you'll come to Michigan, and you'll be able to live in the beautiful Metro Detroit area and the Troy area. There's wonderful restaurants and shopping and community. We're one of the most diverse areas in Michigan. And then you'll finish your MBA and take those courses through us. And also, we're very flexible. So, you have options if you want to come on campus, if you can't always come into the classroom, with COVID, we're very safe with that. We have multiple delivery modalities that work for international students. But I want to draw your attention to this. Walsh is ranked 6th in Michigan in terms of highest paid graduates. That is no small thing. In fact, business schools in general rank very highly, but for Walsh to be in there, and we have a lot of colleges and universities in Michigan. When you look at the number of companies that recruit at Walsh, the InSophie program has internships built in. So you're going to connect with potential employers. And let me tell you, data science and data analytics, right now, they cannot get enough people. So we have students and they're saying, look, when you finish your program, we will sponsor you. And I can't make any guarantees. I want to be careful on that. But I can tell you that the employers are so excited to have our students because they need them. And so there's just such great opportunity. And also our employment rate, I talked about that. It's just an incredible employment rate when you think about what Walsh College offers. And we're just so proud of that, really. Now, something else we have a doctorate of business administration. So sometimes students will say, well, I finished my iTech MBA, and now what? I want to go on. I want to get more education. I want a doctorate. And we have that. And we're developing an iTech concentration within InSophie for that. So we even offer that trajectory as well. So when you think about data science and business, they're really tied together, and you get the best of both worlds when you come to Walsh College. And even our MBA program, I want to share something with you about our MBA program as well. So one of the cool things about, one of the amazing things I would say about our MBA is the rankings. So we are ranked as a tier 1 in the in CEO magazine, Global Online. We have a tier 1 ranking, one of the top MBA programs in Michigan. one of the online masters, best MBA programs. And so these are important because it's external bodies saying, not only are you doing a great job, we know, with teaching and learning, but we believe your MBA is ranking you so highly in the world. So that's what's really important about this. And when you think about an MBA, we have flexible options. We have real world experienced faculty that are actually teaching what they've done in their profession. So you get faculty that have credentials, but they also have done the work they're teaching you. And we offer lifetime career services. So many times our students will say to us, okay, that's great. I got my first job, but are you going to be here to help me for my next job, for my next opportunity? And yes, we offer lifetime career coaching and career mentoring for that, and really just ongoing professional development. So I'm very proud of Walsh. I know I can tell you the students that have come here, the feedback we hear has been very positive. They said we would do this again every day, any day, and we're getting more, and we're really excited to welcome you. And at that point, I'll take any questions. I think I've talked for like 9 minutes straight. I don't even know if I have any breath left. I know, Venkat, just some of last 2 minutes, Dr. Susie, I know. So I won't fill the 2 minutes. I just want to thank you all for being here. And I want to say one thing about education. When I was you saw my multiple degrees, and I don't share that to impress you. I share that to impress upon you the importance of education. It'll never leave you. A degree is something you have for life. Run through school, don't walk. Get as much education as you can, as fast as you can, because it'll pay dividends. And the sooner that you make that investment, the sooner you see that return. So with that, I'm happy to turn it back over to our partners in this webinar, and I would happily take any questions that you have at the end. Thank you for the time.
Thank you so much, Dr. Susie. And here's hoping that some of the students on this call join you in celebrating 100 years of Walsh next year. With that, we're going to take the last few minutes of this evening's panel to take some questions. The first question I will send Dr. Venkatesh's way. There's some information, if you can give us, about what is the minimum eligibility for this program. In India, we have a 3-year undergraduate program that some people might have taken. Is that something that people can use to apply? Do you need to know programming? Can freshers without work experience apply? Many questions around eligibility.
Sure, definitely. And thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank all my fellow panelists and my colleagues for thank you very much for telling that. So definitely it's a great question, Yashaswini. So there are the requirements. So first of all, depending upon the program, there are slightly different requirements for each one of the programs. So what I would say is definitely most of you, for a lot of them, even if you're a fresher, you can apply. Even if you have work experience, you can apply. Definitely there is no, how should I say, there is no, it's not that you can't apply, but there are certain slight differences in terms of standardized test scores you need to take and things like that. So what I would say is definitely, if you are interested, guys, and our fellow, we have our people from INSOFI who will definitely reach out to you and actually go over you with the standardized requirements for each one of the universities, because it varies slightly from university to university. Overall, I can say that if you are interested in business, if you are interested in data science, this is the best combination you can do. Whether you're going to Wren, you're going to Carleton or Walsh, this is the best opportunity you have.
Fantastic. The next question, which we can just continue, Dr. Venkatesh, and then I have one for Dr. Susie, is which MBA specialization will be the most sought after in the years to come?
Exactly. So this is like asking which eyes you want to choose, right? Or which hands you want to choose, whether it's your right hand or your left hand, right? In fact, guys, what people are looking for, and that in fact, it's an excellent question, to be fair, I'm not saying, is because people want a combination of business and, for example, business knowledge or domain knowledge and, for example, data science. So whether you're interested in finance, whether you're interested in marketing, whether you're interested in sales, human resources, doesn't make a difference. The question is, there is a huge potential for job opportunities, career opportunity, or to start your own company with this unique combination of business knowledge and data science. So whether it is which one you want to choose depends upon your interest, but you won't go wrong choosing any one of the domain as long as you have the data science component attached to it.
Thank you so much. And now to Dr. Susie, is it necessary to learn foreign languages? And do you need to know a programming language? We have someone in the audience who knows stock markets and wants to know finance is something that's covered in some of these programs as well.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. So is it necessary to know foreign language? Well, I mean, my experience with the INSOFI students is that they're very well trained in English, and English is the language that we will use for the program in the MBA. Now, the programming language, great question. I do not believe that's necessary because you will be completing the data science piece at INSOFI. When you get to Walsh College, you'll be completing the business focus. And then the question on the finance, I'm so glad you asked. So we have a state-of-the-art finance lab. It literally looks like Wall Street's stock ticker going around. You'll see like the live, you'll see the Dow, the S&P, right? So yes, we have that available in our finance class, and you'll be able to use that. And we actually have Bloomberg terminals that actually do the trading and the Bloomberg. So you'll be able to learn all of that, which is great. We have a lot of labs. We have the cyber lab, we have the finance lab, we have a car lab because auto cyber has become such a growing area. So you'll get a lot of that hands-on. So that's not necessary that you know that before you come. You'll get that once you're here.
So one thing is just winning. I think that foreign language thing, definitely. Thank you very much, Susie. I think will also apply to Maud, because I think when they hear the word, and Maud did a beautiful job explaining that. So Maud, if you can take a minute and explain, do they need to, I'm assuming they're using, when they say the word foreign language, non-English language is what I'm assuming they're asking that question about. So from Maud, I think if you can answer it, that would be fantastic.
Thank you very much.
I had a quick question for you, Ms. Maud, if that's okay. But if you can also speak about whether Indian 3-year undergraduate degrees can also apply for RENIT specific.
Sure. So I'll answer both. I'll start with the easy one. 3 years degree, yes, it's definitely fine as long as, so either if it's full-time, it's generally, or I would say all the time, 180 CTS equivalent. So that's enough for us, and you'll get 120 CTS during our program. So that's a full master degree. There are distance learning bachelor that can fit in that. So if you have done distance learning in your bachelor, that's something we can look into, as long as you have the equivalent of credits, and the visa at the visa time, it's going to be all right as well. Language is not required to come and study to France. You don't need to speak French. Either to get into our school. As I said, we teach in English and in English only, and you will be reaching there. The aunties that you're going to find in the street to ask for direction, they will be just like me. Unfortunately, I'm one of those, and I was 12 when Schengen was created. So people my age have been traveling around Europe, and obviously their English is decent, but so basically what I'm saying here is that, of course, they would appreciate to make the effort of having just a little greetings, which anyways taught in the first semester. But there is a lot of value in learning another language. It's not required to find a great career in Europe. I have presented quite a lot of examples of our alumni from this program, and I don't think a lot of them speak French today, and still they're in Europe. Because you don't have to stick to France only, you have the whole area. And in France, we are so much right now, 50% of the companies are, telling they are struggling to recruit. This is the current situation. We're still in a COVID year, but this is the situation. Our startups are thriving like anything. 5.4 billion euros have been raised in 2021. I'm not even, since 2019, we are the first country in Europe, including UK. Even if the Brexit is there, they're always around. But yeah, we have been the first countries for foreign investment. So there are plenty of opportunities, but you will increase tremendously the number of opportunities, not only in Europe, around the world, if you do speak French. I mentioned Canada, 30 bonus point if you want to get into Canada. I saw a bit of French on your slide, Dr. Rishi, so I was very happy to see that, because yes, that's one of the languages there. But there are so many other countries in which, if you were to learn that on the side, and that's one of the opportunity by being in the country over there, that would make a big difference in your career worldwide.
Thank you so much. And I think that's a reassuring and exciting answer for so many opportunities that open up. I know we're coming to the end of our hour this evening, but a couple of questions for Dr. Robin. Is a course in data sciences and perhaps not a full degree enough to apply for jobs? And number two, is the MBA at Carleton a general management course, or does that have a finance component as well?
So let me just see if I understand your first question. You were saying, is data science enough to get a job?
Yes.
So I mean, I would say the combination of the data science and the MBA really, that is the critical mix, because as Dr. Venkatesh was saying, companies are hungry for people that understand the technical side of data science, but also have the business skills, the human skills, the financial skills to bring that to a business and add value. So that's the sweet spot that we found with employers here. And of course, these are global companies. So we're not just speaking about trends that we're seeing in Canada. And to the point about, is the MBA a general MBA or a specialized MBA? The MBA that we offer, so we certainly have specialization opportunities. The partnership with InSophie only gives you time to get the foundational knowledge in the MBA, but you're welcome to extend your term by 4 more months. That would be an additional fee for tuition. But yes, in that case, you could specialize in, for example, financial management. So we have a number of different opportunities to specialize. That would extend the degree, but it's certainly possible. Now, the other thing to bear in mind is that in terms of what the companies are looking for, I really feel like what you can do is step out into the marketplace with that data science experience and the business skills. You can always come back and add on to your degree credentials. So we have professional programs here, as do other universities, to expand your skill set and deepen it in specific areas. So my recommendation to you is to take advantage of this program, the InSophie Carleton or the InSophie Walsh or the InSophie Wren partnership. Build those skills and then go out and see if you want to specialize further.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Dr. Robin. And thank you to all of our panelists for such an exciting session all around the world in just an hour, and that too with a subject as relevant as data science. Before we close for the evening, to all of our audience, please do take a moment to fill in the poll that will appear on your screen just about now. We'd love to better understand what you have in mind for your future.